channel. Before you ask, no, I do not have chickenpox. I tried out henna freckles because I love freckles, but I was not blessed with them, and I'm waiting for them to darken. Also, I haven't had my coffee yet, so that's also a thing. But today, as you can see from the title, I wanted to do something kind of like I think it was my last video, the blue blood versus blood sugar video. And I wanted to do something with my Mermaid Scale Cosmetics products to kind of show you guys a comparison of how they work next to a higher end product. So we're going to be doing Mermaid Scale Cosmetics versus Anastasia Beverly Hills. Because Mermaid Scale is a very small, up-and-coming, I believe, up-and-coming brand, I'm not going to go based on the packaging. We're just going to go based on the quality of the products. So, I'm going to start out with the Anastasia Beverly Hills because that is a formula that most of us are familiar with, and I want to have that laid down to compare with. So I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes. Okay, what? Okay, I'm trying to English. I haven't had my coffee. I can't English yet, people. Can't do it. Has anybody who follows me been watching The Handmaid's Tale? Because I just started it. Like, just last week started it. And I am completely obsessed. I think it's so good. Like, oh my god. Everything about it is just, like, insane. Alright, so we're going to use the new Riviera palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. We're going to start out with Bahamas, the pink shade. I am so sorry that I did not get a video put up on Thursday of last week. I had such a crazy weekend. My sister has started working, so I've been running her back and forth to and from work, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but for somebody with really bad driving anxiety, it's a lot. And we went to the Renaissance Fair on Saturday? It was Saturday. We went to the Renaissance Fair on Saturday. We spent the night with my brother-in-law since he lives closer to the fair than we do. So we spent the night with my brother-in-law and hung out there on Friday evening. And then spent the whole Saturday at the Renaissance Fair. It's the Sherwood Forest Fair in McDade, Texas. It's honestly one of my favorite places in the world. Like, ugh, I love going to the fair. We got to see a bunch of fun people that I know fairly well from the fair. We got to, I'm gonna just blend out with the lighter pink Monte Carlo. We got to see one of my favorite bands of all time. They're called Titanic. Go check them out. They are a bagpipe and drum band, which sounds kind of weird, but they're phenomenal. And I got to visit with them because the last time I was at fair, they came and hung out with me and my friends at the Hookah Lounge, which was so fun. They are the nicest people ever. Now I'm going to go into Cane's, the purple from the Riviera palette, and I'm just going to pack this onto the outer corner. But yeah, has anybody, I talked about Handmaid's Tale and then I totally just left that subject. Has anybody been watching Handmaid's Tale? Like, how do you feel about what's going on? I'm only, I think I have like 6 episodes left until I watch them all. I'm not ready to be done. Like, I hate waiting for new episodes. But this show is nuts. Like, it's absolutely crazy. I'm actually going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. It's not my favorite brush, but it does seem to work well with this formula. And then we'll go back into the pink and just kind of pack that up here to make sure we still have that brightness. One thing with the Riviera palette that I was a tad disappointed in is I saw this pink and I got so excited. Like, I thought it was going to be bright, crazy neon because that's how it looks in the pan. But it's just not. It is not as pink as I was hoping. So that's a little disappointing. But Anastasia Beverly Hills, you tried. You really did your best coming up with a colorful palette, so I give you props for that. Alright, now we're going to take our concealer and our crease cutting brush. And we're just gonna do our normal half cut crease because I'm basic and this is what I'm decent at and this is what makes my eyes look good. Go. Excuse me. After being out at fair all day, and being outside and stuff, I got a mess of allergies. We're gonna, oh, completely missed that. We're gonna spray our brush. We're going to first go into the shade Inheritance right there. The yellow gold shade. And we're going to pull this halfway through our half cut crease. I don't think I've actually used this shade very much yet, and it's very, very pigmented. But I've always had an issue with Anastasia shimmers not really wanting to grab to my skin or to my brush. And I always spray my brush with setting spray to keep that from happening. And they never really want to stick. Alright, next we're going to go into, I'm not going to try and pronounce that word. This one right here, the blue. Because I know I will completely butcher that word, and I don't want to do that today. We're going to pull that through the rest of our half cut crease and blend it in with the yellow. And there we go. Excuse me. All right. Now we're going to move into our Mermaid Scale Cosmetics products. I'm going to move something over here just in case I drop, because these are loose pigments, so this will be a little bit different. But this is the first shade we're going to go in with, Barbie. It's the bright pink. I did my best to match up the colors from the Riviera palette to the colors I have from Mermaid Scale. Alright, so we're gonna prime first or nothing's gonna stick. I do realize that it's not going to be an exact comparison considering my Mermaid Scale pigments are loose and the Anastasia Beverly Hills are pressed. But I really want to give you guys like a visual of the quality of Mermaid Scale Cosmetics products. And remember, I do have a code with them, but I'm not sponsored in any way. I bought all of these products on my own. And I'm not being asked to make this video. These are just products that I truly, truly believe in and love. This is a company that I love. So we're going to start packing that pink into the crease. and blending it out in circular motions. See, this is what I was expecting from the Riviera palette. This is the hot pink, like, vibrancy that I was really expecting, but did not get. And don't get me wrong, I adore my Riviera palette. I think it's amazing. But the colors are not what I thought they would be. They're not as bright and bold as I was expecting. Okay. So we have that crazy bright pink laid down. And now we're going to go into this purple shade from my blueberry stack. You've seen me use this stack before on my channel. Ooh, and there's the squeaking. And we're going to use our Anastasia brush like we did before. And we're going to pack that purple on the outer corner and blend it into the crease just like we did on the other eye. At first, when I started working with loose pigments, I was so like intimidated with the idea of an eyeshadow that was not pressed. Because, you know, I'd never worked with them before. I didn't know how to work with the formula or anything like that. But honestly, I have started to prefer a loose pigment over a pressed pigment. Just because it's a bit easier to get that pow of color, like that huge pigmentation that you're really wanting. I'm going to take the packing side of this brush and just make sure that purple is where we want it. There we go. Alright, now we're done with the stack. Put that back together so I don't spill anything, because Lord knows I would be the one to do that. Coffee. Alright, we're going to go back into our concealer and our crease cutting brush and just do the exact same thing that we did on the first eye. Oh no! My hand twitched. I messed it up. I fucked it up, you guys. This is what happens when you don't drink your coffee as soon as you wake up. You get twitchy and you ruin your makeup. Go back into that pink and just fix that little bit that I accidentally wiped off. There we go. We're good. We're good. Alright. So I have my Mermaid Scale Cosmetics 12-piece palette. This is in the artistry form, the artistry version. There's like five different 12-piece palettes or something like that. I think it's 5 that you can get. I'm not sure of all the shade names, but we're going to go into this yellow right here. This one. I'm going to use this palette for... See how the Mermaid Scale shimmers stick to the brush so much better? That is what I have an issue with my Anastasia products. It's like my Anastasia shimmers. Just don't do that. And there's my phone that I forgot to silence. Alright. That yellow went on super easy, grabbed to my eye like it was supposed to. Now we're going to go into this blue. This is probably like one of my favorite blue shimmers that I own from any company ever. Look how gorgeous that is. And we'll just blend that into the yellow. Really need to remember to silence my phone before I film. But am I ever going to remember to do that? Probably not. Okay, nope, I'm doing it now. Silencing the phone. Too much. It's just too much. Alright, we're good now. We can return to our regularly scheduled programming. Wow. Okay. So I am not going to do much to my face. I'm just going to spot conceal a little bit, powder, contour, and all of that, and do my eyebrows. And I'll be right back and we continue with the lower lash line. Alrighty, our eyebrows are on. So we are going to go ahead and work on the lower lash line. I'm going to go ahead and start out with the Mermaid Scale products so we can really try not to spill things. Okay, that is the one thing I will say about using loose pigments is it is very easy to make a mess. But as long as you're careful, it shouldn't happen. Just taking that same purple that we used on the lid and pushing that, where's my mirror, right up against our lower lash line. Just press, 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 press. There we go. Now put the cap back on that so we can... I also have this horrible habit of not paying attention which direction I'm opening loose pigments on, and I end up opening them upside down, which did not go well. So we're going to go back into Barbie. And start smoking that out. I'm going to use a smaller, not necessarily smaller, but a brush I can be more precise with there. I'm just going to use the edge of this and press that color right under the purple. Get that nice smoky effect. There we go. Don't spill, don't spill, don't spill. Ta-da! No mess. And then we'll just go back into the yellow. I don't think I want to use the blue on the lower lash line. We're just going to pull that yellow all the way in. Well, not all the way in, but until we get to the purple. So about to the mid lower lash line. And a little bit in the inner corner. There we go. And now we go back into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette. This is going to be kind of a longer video just because I am going to, because I'm showing you both eyes instead of doing one eye and then finishing the other one off camera. Making sure there's no Mermaid Scale product on that brush. Then we'll go into Canes and do the exact same thing, pressing that into the lower lash line. Not really wanting to show up too much, is it? There we go. Better. And then go into that same brush into Bahamas and smoke that out under the purple. Again, not overwhelmed by the pink. There we go. That's better. Wipe off a brush and go into Inheritance. And just do the same thing. Bring that through to the middle of the lower lash line and pop it in the inner corner. There we go. Alright, I'm going to go do my finishing touches and I will be back to show the comparison between the two sides of this finished look. Alright, we are back and here's a closer look. So, just to remind you, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills side, and this is the Mermaid Scale Cosmetics side. So, this is kind of crazy, but I think I like the Mermaid Scale side better because the shimmers definitely grab to the brush and the eye better than the ABH did. And the pink just like really pops out easier, and I had to put in a little more work to get that much pigment from the ABH side, and the color in itself is just not as pink as it looks in the pan, like not as bright. But yeah, so there's my video. What did you think? I do have a code for Mermaid Scale Cosmetics. It's GlamLam. I'll put the link in the code down in the description box. And if you like this video, let me know. Give it a like. Give my channel a subscribe if you haven't already. Click that notification bell to get notified. Oh God, I can't speak. Click the bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!